So hello everyone, I'm Jeanette Turkis and this is my little furry feline friend Mr. Kitty who wants to go off and play, so off you go. I have another little friend here. This is Izzy the iPad. She has my talk on her because I like to go with notes. Oh, she's upside down. Oh, turn around, everything. I'm Jeanette Turkis. I am an autism advocate and an author and a public servant and a public speaker, and I live here in Canberra in my little flat with Mr. Kitty, and it's called Whimsy Manor. So this is my Spectrospective video. Oh, and I'm also on the autism spectrum myself. So what is good about autism? That is the question. Well, in my case, it's my creativity, and my creativity has been solidified in some books as well, and that's one of my friends messaging me. I have a lot of friends message me because I'm an advocate. It's sort of, that's the refrain to my life at the moment. This is my autobiography, Finding a Different Kind of Normal. I wrote this 11 years ago. It's been in print for over 10 years. This one here is my other book, The Wonderful World of Work. It's an employment book for people on the autism spectrum, for young people. And I love being an autism advocate and using my experiences to help other people. Mr. Kitty's threatening to hop into the frame again, but that's okay. However, autism is not all books and creativity and lovely black cats. I do face challenges as a person on the spectrum. I find one of the biggest challenges I face is not things that are innate with my autism. It's how I interact with the world, and more importantly, how the world interacts with me. I find that I have in the past experienced a lot of people taking advantage of my naivety and my trusting nature. I've had people discriminate against me and be bullying and stuff like that. So most of my problems have not been directly related to me and what I experience. It's more in that interaction and that people do not understand autism. And even now, I mean, I'm 41 now, but even now there's still work to be done. I wish people knew a few different things about autism, because sadly there is still a lot of ignorance in the world. I wish people understood that autism was not necessarily a deficit, that it was just a different way of doing things. Like, I have a Mac computer, most people have a PC computer. The Mac is perfectly functional, but it's not a PC. And I find that some of the way that people feel about autism is that if you're not the norm, there must be something wrong with you. And I wish people didn't think that, because it's unhelpful. And at worst, it stops us as autistic people from achieving our potential. I wish people knew that there was not just one autism. I know hundreds, possibly thousands of autistic people. And you know what? We are all different. We're not all the same. Like all the other people in the world, we are individuals. If you met one autistic person, you really have met one autistic person. And the final thing I'd like people to know about autism is that we're human. And when I give my presentations and talks, I don't like to think I'm talking about autism. I like to think I'm talking about humanity and being human. And I tend to think we're all similar, and it's much better to focus on those points of commonality than our differences. I sometimes need myself a little support. Best things that people can do to support me, if they know me, just be a friend. You know, everybody needs a friend. People with autism are not necessarily lacking in friendship or lacking in the will for friendship. We just sometimes struggle to get and keep friends. But we are social beings as well. We might be introverted and a bit more quiet, but we need that social company. So if people can provide that friendship support, that's really helpful. Oh, my screen went black. If people listen and don't assume, you know, all the assumptions that you get, these are generally very unhelpful, and you can't work off assumptions and stereotypes, because as I mentioned, we're individuals. And if people, when they're talking to me, don't see a diagnostic label or a number of diagnostic labels, but actually see me as who I am. I'm a very proud and happy and accomplished autistic woman. I like being me. I like living with my cat. I wouldn't have it any other way. And so just see me as Jeanette and see everyone else as whoever they may be. So thank you.